Okay, so the video that we did in class didn't work out, so I'm gonna do a separate one and post it. It's gonna be the same stuff, so if you missed it, you can go back and watch it. I'm gonna go at the same pace I did in class because you can go back and watch this over and over, um, so to help you out. But the way we started, um, all of today is about translations. So when you did your Desmos, I'll just go to first period right now. So when you did your Desmos, if you haven't, you need to, and this video will help you with that too. The first one you did was trying to manipulate and find different ways to do to make the purple L go on top of the white L. And usually, like on this one, most people did is you translate it, and when you click translate, it gave you this ray. Right, and it's a vector. Okay, so we're really not using rays anymore. This is vectors. So a vector tells you what direction you want to go and how far do you want to go. So vocabulary, if you look on your packet, you're going to see vector talks about magnitude and direction. Magnitude is just length. So how far am I going and which direction you want to do? So what most people did on this one was translate it up because it is an L, and this is an L. Because translations don't change the image. Most people went up, so we would go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we would actually need to go up 8. Okay, and I translate that, and it goes up. You notice it's still an L and it doesn't change. And then most people translate it again. Doesn't matter what coordinates you match up, as long as you have the corresponding one. And then we translate it over, and that got us what we needed. Okay, then yesterday or the day before, depending on when I had you in class, you did one, it was 11 slides, that was talking just about translations. And it kind of took you through it, kind of step for step to help you understand the end part. Okay, so really what we're looking at, slide 1 through 5 builds up to slide 6. And it's basically saying, all right, how did I go from the original, which is a pre-image, that's vocabulary, pre-image, to the image? So what did you actually do? And it wanted you to put it in words. So basically, and you could just take any coordinates you want to, as long as it corresponds. Like this corresponds to this one, that top part of the L. I would go up 2, then I'll go over 1, 2, 3. And that's what it wanted you to type in. So I went up 2 units, and I went right 3 units. All right, that's the basis for today, the basis of the translations. All right, we're going to talk about 2 things today dealing with translations. Okay, and if you got paper, I think it's a good idea to write this down. So we're going to take that statement. All right, we went right. We're going to take this statement, right 3, up 2. So right 3 units, up 2 units. So we're going to put that in what they call coordinate notation. And we're going to use coordinate notation to put it in prime notation. And we need both of these to do the assignment that you're supposed to do today. All right, coordinate notation is this. If I take my XY axis, all right, this is my X axis, this is my Y axis. If I start from the origin, right, where they meet, if I go to the right, I'm adding. Right, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, I'm adding. If I go to the left on my X-axis, I'm subtracting. Same thing on the Y. So if I go up on the Y, I'm adding. If I go down on the Y, I'm subtracting. So coordinate notation is this. If I take any coordinate that is on the shape that I have, whether it's the L and Desmos or whatever, a triangle that we're going to do in Khan Academy, I take those coordinates, and what right three units means is that the x-axis goes left and right. So if I go right 3, I'm adding 3. So I'm taking every coordinate, every x coordinate is adding 3 because right 3 means x plus 3. Okay, so up 2 units. Right, y-axis goes up and down. So I'll go up, and that's positive. So it's plus. So I'm going to add each y, I'm going to add 2. Because up 2 means y plus 2. That's coordinate notation. So every xy, that's what you would do. Add 3 to the x, add 2 to the y. Okay, prime notation. Let's get some coordinates. Let's go. Point A is 2, 5. Point B is 4, 2. Point C, we'll make it 6, 10. Just make those up. All right, prime notation is using that. So these xy's, this xy, now I have numbers for those xy's. So if I take these coordinates, go right 3 up 2 for each one of those, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking each x. All right, the x's in this case, the first one is 2, 4, and 6. And I'm adding 3 to each x. Now I'm going to write it down. You might be able to do this in your head. And that's fine, but I'm going to write it down so you have it on video in case you need to go back and look at it. So this x plus 3, the fact I'm going right 3 means I add 3 to each x. Okay, and we'll do that later. And then y plus 2, I'm taking all my y's, right? 5, 2, and 10. All right, and again, up 2 means y plus 2, so I'm adding 2 to each y. And what that's going to get me is the prime. So A is the original. After I translate it, I'm going to get A prime, A with the mark above it. And that's important when you do your Khan Academy. Make sure you go from ABC to A prime, B prime, and C prime. And then I just solve that. So A prime, 2 plus 3, so my new x value is 5. And then 5 plus 2 is 7, that's my new y value. So I'll go from A, go right 3 up 2, and then this is my new A prime coordinate. I'm going to do the same thing with the rest of them. So B prime, 4 and 3 is 7, 2 and 2 is 4. C prime, 6 and 3, 9, 10 and 2 is 12. So that's prime notation. You're going to have to be able to do both. Okay, understand what this means. Put it in coordinate notation. Use coordinate notation to find prime notation. Okay, so I know I'm going fast, but again, it's a video. You can go back and watch it if you need to. Okay, so on Google Classroom, I've posted this worksheet. I didn't give it to you, but it's posted. This, you got to do 2 things. We're going to get it in coordinate notation first, and then we're going to do the new graph. So this says we're going to go right 3, 5 units to the right. So 5 units to the right means x plus 5, x-axis left and right. It says up 1, and up 1, that's y-axis, that's y plus 1. That is the coordinate notation. So I'll take every xy. I'm going to do that to it. So xy, like in this case, t is -1, -1. I'm going to add 5 to -1. I'm going to add y. I'm going to -1. I'm going to add 1. Okay? So this, again, if you just want to do this worksheet, you can. This is a Khan Academy thing too. I'm going to write 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 1 on each one. So that's my new B prime. Went 5, up 1. I'm going to do that to all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1. That's my new T prime. And this is G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1. So that is G prime. And that would be my image. So the black is my pre-image. The blue is my image after I did my translate. Okay, we'll do another one. All right, this one says left 1. So left 1, that's going to be x minus 1. Again, x-axis goes left and right. 2 up, that's y plus 2. So I'm taking every coordinate. In this case, this is -3, 0. So I'm subtracting 1 from the x, I'm adding 2 to the y. Okay, but then if you had this worksheet, you would go 1 left, let's go M here, 1 left, 2 up, this is my new M. 1 left, 2 up, that's my new Y. 1 left, 2 up, that's my new, I think that's a G. And again, the picture has to look the same because it's a translation. Translation does not change the way it looks. All right, let's get into some Khan Academy things you're going to see. So looking at, some of y'all have already tried it. So looking, there's a couple things that people are consistently having problems with. So we'll go over a few of these and make sure we're good to go. Again, I know this is a video, but it doesn't mean you still don't have questions. If you do, make sure you get those answered because we need to get these 3 done before the next Zoom. So the first one is translate points. Again, this is, people really haven't had problems with this, but we're going to go over it anyway. So translate points. It goes back to what we just did. If I have a point 60, that is P, 60. Now, just for the heck of it, this x minus 6, that would mean left 6. Y minus 1. Y minus 1 means I'm going down 1. I don't need that for this particular question, but that's good to know. So I'm taking each coordinate, in this case 60, and I'm plugging in 6 for x, is basically what I'm doing. I'm plugging this in for x. I'm plugging this in for y. And I get my new coordinate. I get my P prime. So 6 minus 6, and then y is 0, 0 minus 1. 6 minus 6 is 0, 0 minus 1, -1. That would be my new P prime. And if you don't have to write it out, don't write it out. That's okay. If you can kind of think about it, that's fine. But you got 4 questions on this. You got to get at least 3 out of 4. If you need to take the time to write it, take the time to write it. Okay, so next one. This is asking something different. So it's wanting you to take a coordinate, right, 5, -5, and go 2 to the left and 5 up. If you can visualize that and do it, then put it in and go. But 2 to the left, that means x minus 2. X-axis left and right, to the left, I mean minus 2. And then 5 up means y plus 5. So just like the one before, I'm plugging this coordinate into that idea. And when I do that, I want to get my p prime. So I got x, I got 5 minus 2. I got negative 5 plus 5. And whatever I get there, 5 minus 2 is 3. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. That's my new coordinate. Again, if you can visualize going left 2 and up 5 and get that, then obviously you don't have to write it down. Okay, this, and you're going to have different questions, but they're all the same idea. All right, this one, as soon as you click on it, you get a coordinate. It wants you to take P, which could be here, it could be Q, it could be different places, different letters. 5 to the left and 3 up. And all you do is this. I'm going to take coordinate, I'm going to go 5 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 up. And that's my new coordinate. Okay, one more from this one. Same idea, but now this is in coordinate notation. So x minus 3 is telling me left 3. Y plus 4 is telling me up 4. So Q, I'm going left 3, up 4. 2, 3, 4. That's my new coordinate, and I'm good. So that's the first one. It's called translate points. That's the first Khan Academy you're going to have to do. Okay, the second one is determine translations. So we'll run through some of these. Now here's what's important on this, because this goes back to prime notation. I'm going from regular A, regular B, regular C, regular D to A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So make sure you're going from blue to red. A to A prime. Now I just need one because they're all the same thing. So I can pick A, B, C, or D. It doesn't matter. Let's pick B. All right, so what I'm doing is from B to B prime, I'm going right 2 and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and that's what it's asking. So translate by how many units to the right or left? Well, I'm going to the right, 2. And how many units up or down? Well, I'm going down, 5. So that's that. Just be careful about which one you go to, which one you go from. Okay, this, same thing, just a different way. Now here's where people have messed up, just kind of looking back through people's scores. It says point P prime is 1, 5, and the image of P is this under a translation. So here's what it's saying. I'm going from P to P prime. So what did you go when you went -3, 1 to 1, 5? Now you can graph it if you want to, or you can just kind of think about it. So if I go from -3 out on my X, and we can graph it if you want to graph it. Just a little sketch. So point P is -3, 1. That's right here. That's point P. P prime is 1, 5. So that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is right here. So that's P prime. Going P to P prime. Okay, so I'm going up and to the right. But if you don't need a graph, then don't worry about a graph. So if I'm going from 1 to 5, so that means I'm going up 4 And I'm going -3 to 1, which means I'm going to the right 4. So I'm going, how many units to the, I'm going to the right 4. And I'm going up 4. So if you need a graph with that one, go ahead and do a graph. If you don't, then go for it. Now here's another one of those. Make sure you go A to A prime, or if you want to go D to D prime, they're the same thing. So in this case, from D to D prime, left 1, down 1, 2, 3 is what you would put there. So left 1, down 3. So we're going left and down, left 1 and 3 down. Again, 4 questions out of these. You got to get at least 3 out of 4 on this too. All right, this is just like the other one. Again, if you want to graph, you can graph. Make sure you're going A to A prime. So A is 3, -4. That's my A. A prime is going to be 2, 3. So here's 2, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be my A prime. Do a different color. So what did you do to go from A to A prime? All right, so I'm going from -4 to 3. That would be up 7. And I'm going from 3 to 2. So that's left 1. So I'm going to the left, up, left, 1, and 7, up. Again, 4 of those, make sure you get 3 out of 4. All right, the last one. This is the one that people are having problems with. I think I know why. Translate shapes. So you got translate points. That's one Khan Academy assignment. They're in Google Classroom and assigned to Google Class and Khan Academy. Determine translations, and then this is the last one, translate shapes. Here's what you have to do. The blue is the original, the pre-image. I got to manipulate these in whichever way that it tells me. So this tells me 2 units left, which if we did coordinate notation, that'd be x minus 2. 6 units down, if we did coordinate notation, that would be y minus 6. But we're taking each coordinate, left 2, down 6. So left 2, down 6. If you want to start here, we'll go from B. Left 2, down 6. 1, 2, 6. So this the translate points. You're just doing it 4 times. So left 2, down 6. And if something happens and this picture doesn't look like that one, something went wrong. So D, left 2, down 3, or sorry, left 2, down 6. 4, 5, 6. Should be there. And then left 2, down 6, it should be there. Now, if that doesn't look like that, then I did something wrong. Okay, so if we label this, this would be your B prime, your A prime, D prime, and C prime. Okay, and you got the same down. Now, the only thing with this says 2 units down. So all you're doing is taking this blue one and shifting it down 2, which if we did coordinate notation, down 2 is y minus 2, and I didn't move left or right, so x will just be x. So that would be your coordinate notation if it asks for that. But we're just going to take all these and take them down 2. So A is going down 2, B is going down 2, and C is going down 2. Again, 4 of these, you got to get 3 out of 4 of those too. So I got a triangle. So I've got coordinate notation, then I got to go in reverse. So the x plus 2, x-axis right and left, so the plus tells me right 2, that's an R. And y plus 2, that means up 2. So again, I'm using the green, and blue is your pre-image. So right here, let's go right 2, up 2. All right, from here, let's go right 2, up 2, and B, right 2, up 2. And it's got to look the same. All right, and that's it. Well, I think we got one more. So 5 units left. This says 5 units left. Just take each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take C, 1, 2, 4, 5. Looks the same, and we're good. So those are your 3 Khan Academy assignments. You got examples of everything you're going to see. If you do have questions, ask. In the Google Classroom, there is that packet that is on the front page. It talks about translations. That might help with you some notes. But again, if you need more help, just go back and watch these videos. There's Khan Academy videos with each one. So if you need videos with that, if after watching this and watching the Khan Academies, if you still got questions, then make sure you ask. All right, see y'all.